this here. I know this is a live stream, but this is the quickest way that I have to do this. So I'm going to do it right quick for the guys that are tuning in later. And if you're watching this now and you skip something or you know, can't get what I'm saying, just rewind to Vitya. You'll be able to find it out. But okay, guys, here's the deal. I want to do another group build. Now, last year we did the monster truck tractor pull theme build, and that truck was destroyed. I don't think I'll be able to get that thing back together. Maybe, but wow, it was pretty destroyed. But it's time to do it again this year. So, unfortunately, the USA 1 pickup truck is no longer. I mean, I have all the pieces, but I don't think she's going to go back together. I may try to get it back together in the future. But I posted a video earlier today about the group build, the monster truck tractor pull motorsports 80s motorsports build. Here's the deal: this go around, it's going to be a tractor pull or monster truck tractor pull motorsports build, 80s motorsports build, late 70s 80s motorsports build with NASCAR, anything like that, monster trucks. I've been working on some stuff. Here is you can see my paint work there on this thing, if I can get it for you. As you can see, I've been doing a little polishing there. You can see I think that's just a little dull. I could use a little more polishing on that there. But no, this is one of the ones that I've been working on. Hopefully that the chat is working. If the chat is working, please give me a thumbs up. I don't know. But anyway, BG Customs. If BG Customs is in here, I know he's probably not in here right away, but BG Customs was very kind. We were talking, and he sent me his Miller truck, which he built for Chevy Truck Month, which I thought was very sweet of him. So, hey, check. So, this is what I've done. Jack, buddy, this is what I've done. You sent me that truck, and you did a very good job building it. So, this is a vintage Dale Earnhardt Wrangler model kit with the Aero Coupe, the badass Aero Coupe, and the cool Pontiac. Got one coming your way, bud. I'm going to be sending you that. These things are getting pretty hard to find. Luckily, I've got more than one because you don't come home drunk and bid on eBay. So I've got those. But like I said, the shine on this thing has come out pretty good so far. Now this is the Hawaiian Tropics Salvino. Is that how you guys say it? Salvino's model. And very cool. Very cool. I think it utilizes a lot of the chassis that's similar with this kit here. But he rebodies it. And, I went and got this resin body that I thought was really cool right here. This is the Aero Coupe Pontiac, which Revell never released. And this is a resin body. And it's not perfect. It's, it is what it is for resin and having to be resculpted from another car. But Salvino's is coming out with one that's going to be 3D printed or whatever, however he does it. And wow, that's going to be really cool. So I don't have to waste my time with that $50 I just wasted. But here's how these cars start from Salvino, and this is where I'm at with this one. Now you can see that some of the shiny stuff on there is not so shiny on that one, but I'm still working on this one. But yeah, I mean, I found this one over here, which was the first one I bought, and I was like, oh man, that's the wrong one when it got here. And somebody didn't do a very good job sculpting it, and it's just not very good. The windows are different in the rear, but salts flats is what I'm thinking with this. But I spent like $50 on this, and boom, just like with the Cale Yarborough beer, Cale Yarborough Busch beer. I get the Cale Yarborough Busch beer. I'll be right back here. Get this custom die cast that's made from a Richard Petty car. So we've got this here. It's just a die cast. It was made from a Richard Petty car. I'm like, look at that. That is cool. That model kit doesn't exist. I'm glad to have it. Checked on Salvino's, and he's releasing the damn kit. He's releasing it with one of these bodies. Really? really, but that's just how it goes. But I'm happy to have this. I really am. I mean, it's a really cool thing. Still working on the Trans Am. Haven't really done a whole lot. Here's the hood and the rest of the body here that I've been slowly working on. And like I've said before, all that dull you see will go away once it's cleared. That's just a wet sanding process. But okay, guys, I don't know exactly what I'm going to build yet this year. I know last year I built the USA One monster truck, and yeah, that is a cool car, man. I've been working on it for a while, and I've got a couple of these kits because these that go around this thing will just murder you, man. But and this here, man. Oh yeah, I got something really cool. I started out doing this kit, and I got the decals on, which didn't really stick that well, and I sprayed them, and don't you know, they cracked all up. They cracked all up because I've been using the Testors Wet Look Clear again, and let me warn you guys that the Testors Wet Look Clear has been burning decals for cars. They've just been, I don't know what they did. It used to not do it, but now it does. But thanks to Styrene Junkie 73, who sent me a bottle of clear, which I used last 2 years ago, and I still got the bottle. I got this really cool acrylic clear, and this stuff is just great. It is great. You got to be careful when you spray it because it goes on a little thick, and it does not reduce like a lacquer clear will, but it still does reduce, but just not as thick and heavy. Also, I've been working on a Tim Richmond #2 car here. Look at here. JD Stacy car with some aftermarket decals. I've been working on this. You know what? My real enjoyment, I mean, I have a bunch of these bodies, guys, that, like here's the Mountain Dew car that I did. Uh, Daryl Waltrip car here that I did. A Petty car that the blue is not quite right on. But I really enjoy my favorite thing, my two favorite things is detailing the engines in these cars and painting bodies. I love painting bodies. I really love painting them, putting the bare metal foil on and really making the car come to life. And I'm really seriously thinking about painting bodies and selling them. The only difference is you have to compete. I'm not going to be charging what Don Yost would charge, And with all due respect, it's worth it. The man does incredible work, and one of these days I will own one of Don Yost's painted bodies because why not? It's a wonderful thing. I would love to own some of his work, but tell me what you guys think about me painting bodies. Say for instance I paint this body here, get it all painted, bare metal foiled, get the glass in it, get everything done like it's ready to sit on the car, put it back in the box it comes in, and sell the kit with a pre-done body. Something like that. That's what I've been thinking. But, I've had some hiccups along the way. I started out with the Hawaiian Tropics Monte Dawn. So, where is it? That is a Rusty Wallace decal sheet. But oh, there we go. Look at there. I got the Bush Beer decals. Now, being that Salvino's come out with the Bush Beer full to the short track car, which is the Monte Carlo. The Monte Carlos are great. Really cool. Like this one here, but it's just like the Cale Yarborough Bush Beer car, but it's a short track car. So the stance is different and all that. And I looked on here on these aftermarket decals that I bought, and it has for the 440 here in a second, if she'll stay going. My Budweiser car, but the Aero Coupe Budweiser car that Earnhardt wrecked driving's car here. He wrecked it into the wall. I think they were both leading the race. Wrecked it into the wall at Pocono or something like that. Almost looked like a dirt track back in the day, but tore that car to hell. And if you could look at Earnhardt wrecks Waltrip on a short track, or whatever you might say. But this is the decals for that car. And man, I really want to do that car. The car that Earnhardt wrecked and the one that I like so much is an Aero Coupe with the crazy rear window like this, the big swooping rear window. But the decal sheet that I have is not for the Aero Coupe, it's for the uh, standard car, but I can make these work if need be. But I saw Saddle Tramp was in there. If you're still in there, bud, uh, years ago, 20 years ago, and I know that sounds crazy. 20 years ago, I wanted a Harley Davidson, this, that, and the other. And I got a good friend named Saddle Tramp on YouTube. I won't divulge his real name to make sure nobody else gets injured. But anyway, we were hanging out. We used to hang out a lot, playing band and stuff. And I had a '74 Cougar XR7 or something like that. Really cool car. And I gave it to him. Now, it wasn't the prettiest thing on the planet. It was I just gave it to him for his birthday because he really liked those types of cars. So I gave Saddle Tramp the car, which he took off and drove and liked it. And I think that he had fun with it. I think the distributor broke or something. Something broke where he was in the process of fixing the car, but it did not get fixed until, or it never did get fixed. It got destroyed because of Katrina. As a matter of fact, he said that's how he found his house was that car. But he gave me my first Harley Davidson, gave it to me. And was my first motorcycle, period, over 20 years ago now. And I put that sucker together and I had a loved it bike. Ironically, it was right. Anyway, got some pretty rare ones in the stash these days. And I don't want to mess nothing up because, I mean, here being King Turd up here on Shit Mountain, you can usually mess a lot of stuff up. But anyway, like I say, if y'all are into the group build, I'll specify it one more time. Uh, I need to get everybody's in so I can go ahead and tell y'all when to begin. But if you're in and you want, so far I've got like 6 people, 7 including me, that are in. Now it's a monster truck, tractor pull, motorsports, NASCAR thing. NASCAR thing. So I mean, you can build vintage NASCARs like this here, or you can build a monster truck, or you can build a tractor pull vehicle. You can build whatever you want that is 80s motorsports inspired, 70s, 80s, early 90s motorsports inspired. I mean, you could build a modern one if you ain't got nothing else, but or you can take a modern chassis, put it on something vintage. That'd be cool. But there's all kind of possibilities in between and all these really cool kits. And Salvino's Juniors, whatever models, is coming out with some killer stuff, killer stuff. And I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. I've got this old Pepsi car here, which I've got the Earnhardt, the Dale Earnhardt decal sheet coming for it, the Army, when old Earnhardt ran the Army car back in the day. But like I said, guys, if you're in, give me a thumbs up on this video and just comment after it goes up or comment now. I don't care. Just say you're in, you're ready to do it. And I will put up another video in the next day or so telling you guys when to get started on the group build. The rules usually with my group builds are a little lackadaisical. I've seen a lot of group builds that have a lot of stipulations and a lot of this, that, and the other. I'm all about having fun, and the more rules you put on it, the more the fun factor goes away from me because there's ideas that I might have that all of a sudden the rule book won't allow. And I don't want to kind of be that guy. So basically, the rules are we're going to keep it motorsports, just it's going to be old school monster trucks, NASCAR, nitromethane funny car, tractor pull, mud truck, demolition derby. It can be a boat. If you've got a boat that you want to do, an 80s race boat, doesn't matter. Motorsports themed is where we're going with it. And like I said, I've been working on stuff. This car here, which It's still, that's not the polished part. That's the wet sanded part. Here is the part that is polished on this car, or the one of the parts that I've been working on. And I think that that's coming out okay. It could look better, but I can see the reflection of my phone in the um, camera, car, whatever it may be. But so this car's coming out cool. But I've been experimenting with some stuff. This car is to go with this car. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Now, this is a die cast, which started out as a petty car that has been redone in the Kel Yarborough Bush Beer livery. But this I bought to put at the bar because these model cars I've found is very tough to deal with in a barroom situation. These little more better to deal with. Now, if you guys are all in, and I am all in, what do we got here? Gravedigger. Okay, I did a USA one last year, and that truck got destroyed by accident on the morning of Acme show, and it never even made its debut. It died before the debut, crashed and fucking burned. But I had to cut out the fender wells, had to ditch the small block and get a big block. I had to cut out the grill and find mesh to go behind it. I had to build a roll cage for the inside of the truck, do away with the bench seats, and put in a racing seat. I had to build a tonneau cover for the back. There was a bunch of things that I had to do to make the USA 1 truck close to what it was, which was a lot of work. But in the end, I was really satisfied with it. The one thing I wish I would have done, which is cut the front cap off, because the original USA 1, the front cap would come off of. But when you took the hood off of my USA 1, you could see, and you go back and look on my videos, you could see how I did that USA 1. And it wasn't perfect, but I really did enjoy that truck. It's a lot of work. That's probably why I'll never build another one of those. But if you're gonna do the USA 1, cool. Gravedigger's cool too. I've got the original Bigfoot flip nose truck that I would love to do, but I'm scared I'm gonna mess it up, But I might go NASCAR theme. I mean, this JD Stacy, Tim Richmond is cool as it gets, man. And I've been working on that. I'll get it cleared and polished and put away for a rainy day, because that's how you do it. You do the rainy day thing. And this petty car I've had for a while, this body here. And the blue, the reason why I stopped on this, she polished out pretty good and she looks okay, but the blue is off. The blue is off bad. Very bad. It should be more even like that blue. This is more of a baby blue, and it just doesn't look right. It looks like a faded version of the race car. So it is what it is on that. It's trial and error. I did all that work, and it came out pretty good, and I could repolish it up, and it would look great. So I am not upset with myself for doing it, because this was a learning experience. This made me better as a modeler in the end, and that's really what you're trying to do. And man, look at all that damn decal work. Surprised it didn't drive me nuts. Didn't drive me nuts at all. So what do you guys think? Go ahead and start commenting on me. What you think about this build? Y'all in? Would y'all watch? You want me to shut the hell up and go home? Or I am home? What do you think of the Popeyes chicken sandwich? I had one yesterday. I think it eats ass. Earnhardt Jr. Or do you mean senior? You mean this year? That's the one you want to do? Now this is the short track car. And little known fact, the short track car had a different chassis underneath it. It had a Ford chassis underneath it. One of the ones that Earnhardt used, which means it had the Ford rims. Now you can do it two ways. You can just put the Ford rims on there, or you can use that body and find you, a throwaway one like this one here, and use the Ford chassis with the Chevy motor in it, or you can find one like this, but these Thunderbirds, I really like these Thunderbirds, so I wouldn't mess it up. But there's also, there's all kinds of them out there. Like I said, what's his name? BG Customs. I got one of these coming for BG Customs. So I don't know if he's going to build one of these or not, but that's going to BG. The car that's always eluded me, that's always messed up, is this one here. But I got something for its ass, which is this clear right here. This clear will not mess those decals up. So I will eventually get my favorite driver's car done. This Tim Richmond car is going to glisten like a new penny when I get done with it. But we got all kinds of cool race themed stuff. See, look at this ASA car. I think I got this from Swamp Donkey. And this is a 6-cylinder car, but it's a Camaro. That's cool. Man, that's a cool one. That is a cool one. But I don't know what I do as far as the decals go, delivery. But yeah, man, there's all kind of motorsport stuff. You can go to, this if you want to. But you can go even crazier than that, because we're talking about 80s themed motor stuff. Well, what about the Delta S4, the Lancia Alta this car here, this incredible car here, which ended its category of racing because of the accident that it had. But this car, this kit, if you guys have never seen this kit, it is incredible. Jay Leno just did this actual car on his TV show, and that is why on Jay Leno's Garage, and that is why I got this kit, because it just blew my mind how cool the little car was. So I got it. You could go with the Lancia Delta S4 if you want to. 1986 Monte Carlo Rally, which got rid of B-Class because a very famous driver died while in this car. Group B, that's it. I just saw it. Very, very cool. You could do something like that. Or you could do old school monster truck. You can do 79 442 NASCAR. You could do this baby here with any kind of livery you want to do on it. You can do the Monte Carlo and do whatever you want. You can get you one of these bad boys, and it's motorsports themed. Boat. Funny car. I got a Budweiser funny car right there that's really cool. Really like that car right there. But it's one of those situations where I don't want to mess the decals up. Sit, Hubu, sit. Look at that thing. And I'm not even a Ford guy. That's cool. Ain't it though? But in natural Ford fashion, a monogram fashion, you got this really cool blower right here. And then when you look on the box, you get the wah, 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 wah. Standard chassis they put in all of them, including the 57 Chevrolet. These cats are driving me crazy. 1 second. All right, guys. Come on. Do what you do. Let's do what you do. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Everybody in here? All right. Now, you also have these cars here. Now, I don't like these cars for one reason. It's 1/24th scale, and they're all 1/24th scale, but the bodies on these cars are bigger than 1/24th. I got in a bit of a discussion with a few modelers over it, but I'm going to tell you why right now. Okay, here is the full-size Pontiac, 1/24th scale Pontiac. Here's the full-size 1/24th scale Oldsmobile. It's a big car. This is a big car. When the Buicks, these little Buicks came out, this is a small Buick, front wheel drive Buick, converted into a NASCAR, you know. Look at how big that car is. Do you see what I'm talking about? This is out of proportion to this. So this is a bigger than 124 body, but the chassis is 124. Now, if you're wanting a smaller one of those, if you like those cars and they're smaller, I'm going to tell you right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you how you can get the 124 car with the 124 body. And I'll be right back because I got one. I'm going to clean up your area in a minute, Cooper, so you can get back where you got to go. Yeah. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. And I ain't, oh, there you go. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, now, this is a cool one. I just want to show you. This Saturday Night Thunder car is really cool. That is just a really cool short track car. But if you like these small cars, here is a Pontiac, a little front wheel drive Pontiac. It's by AMT. Now what they did was they didn't use that Revell chassis. They made their own chassis. So what you get is a proper size. You see that there? It is proper. It is what it's supposed to be. Now I can show you the two bodies because these two cars are the same size. So here's the 124 AMT. Here's the 124 monogram. You see the difference, guys? See how much bigger this car is? Look at the roofs. It really stands out on the roofs there. You turn it sideways. Look how much bigger this car is, because this car is not supposed to be bigger than this car. It's just not supposed to be that way. You know, and these cars did run with like the Regals and the Pontiacs. So these cars did run together. So now, if you get an AMT version of these smaller cars, the smaller body cars, when they started coming out in 89, 90 and all that, you can build a proper deal here. This is why these cars started dominating on these cars so much, because look at the size difference. You can tell that this is a full-size two-door car or whatever, and this is a small car. You know, when you do this, I mean, look at that. Look how big that freaking roof is. The roof on this one is bigger than this car, you know. And this is a 124 car, you know, but this is where it's at. So if you had this car and you wanted to build it, that's how you when you're building, you know, for the smaller body cars, go AMT. And they're really cool kits too. They're very detailed. They build pretty much completely differently than the Revell kits. So it's a nice change of pace. You get to build something different, and it's super highly detailed. This particular car here, I love the beer liveries. I'm a beer livery guy, even though I don't drink much beer. So that's a cool car. But with the lid back on this puppy, because this car here, I'm probably just ever going to use the chassis out of it, because the body is too big. It's a 124 chassis with maybe a 1/20th freaking body, you know. But okay, let me see what you said here. Yeah, they are more detailed, but you see, when it comes to these cars, AMT is not. You know, for the Monte Carlos and all that, they're not. But those cars, yes, they kicked ass. And the Fords, yes, they kicked ass, definitely. But these cars built next to those AMTs, perfect matchup. Perfect matchup. You know, and that's why I like these smaller AMTs. But um, if y'all are in for the build, I will post a video here in the next day or so showing when we are going to start. We are going to start doing the build there. And that's when I'll present what vehicle I am going to be building. Now, you can do all kinds of vehicles. Like I said, you could even do this thing. How many of you guys have seen this kit and wanted to see inside of it? A hard little puppy to try to get a hold of, you know. And it's not based on, I know you think it might be based on this car, the Pepsi car. No. Here's the body. They're two different cars. Two different cars. And what I like about this car is the front end has been cut down. You know, the front nose has been cut down just like they would a real short track car. Oh, you could get in. You could get in. What's holding you up from not getting in? Because I'm pretty lackadaisical when it comes to all that. But anyway, you can build a NASCAR. You can build a monster truck, tractor pull car, whatever that you want to do. That's will go from the beginning of motorsports all the way to the early 90s of motorsports. Anything in between. That's what we're going to build. Anything in between. Whatever your heart desires. You can go full custom, or you can just glue it all together out of the box, don't paint it, and tape half of it together. Doesn't matter. I ain't judging. You build it how you want to build it. But this will be the Earnhardt orange Army car. That's what that car will end up being. This is the Busch Beer car. And this is the Hawaiian Tropic car. What do y'all think of that paint? I think it's a little dull. Don't you think? Don't you think it's a little dull? You know? Don't you think it could be a little shinier? I think it could be a little shinier. But, all right, guys. Let's see. We got some more coming in here. Yeah, man. Cool. I usually don't put big time limits on what I'm doing with everybody. I want everybody to build at their own pace. I want everybody, how you doing? I want everybody to build at their own pace, everybody to have a good time and build a kit that you've always wanted to build. You know, and there's all kinds of them out there. I mean, I know there's people that's been dying to build this, you know, or maybe dying to build this. You know, there's all kinds of them, and you know, I seem to be lucky to have a bunch of kits from the 80s and stuff like that because I've been actively trying to find them. So go ahead, Cooper. I know where you're trying to get, girl. Go ahead. I know I'm messing you up. I'm messing you up, but you'll get there. There's all kinds of stuff out there we can build and do. So, you know, and one more time, B&G Customs. You got this coming, buddy. So I hope you enjoy it. I'd love to see you build it, but you don't have to build the Wrangler car here, guys. You can build, I mean, these two cars are very versatile. You can build them any way you want. Any way you want. You can do any car. And the way that people are printing up and doing decals today, you know, I have bought some incredible decals here lately. So you're only limited by your own imagination. Yeah, man. So if y'all do want to get in this and y'all can't get in it when we start, no big deal. Come in when you're ready. Come in when you're ready. I'm going to go check and see if the Facebook page is still up and running. If it is, we'll fire it up, turn it into the second annual one where y'all can post on there if you want to, because I know some of you guys like to do that. But all right, guys. Once again, thank you to B&G Customs for the very kind act he did. I'm going to try to repay him for that. If y'all need anything, y'all just hit me up on the video. If y'all are into the build and want to do it, when this video posts, go back up and say, hey, I'm in, Cat Daddy. I want to do it. And you can jump in with us. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Little Joe from Back Bay Scale Customs, and now the new band, When They Were Famous. That's the new name of the band, of the band that I'm in now. When They Were Famous, or When They're Famous, something like that. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted on that. We're probably gonna have T-shirts and stuff like that coming out for the band, and if y'all would like, y'all could purchase one. Y'all could even buy tickets and come to a show, which would be very interesting. I would like to do that. It's always nice to meet my fans because I'm such a goddamn rock star. Can't you tell? This wonderful fucking place I'm in, I have my own workshop. Well, actually, I have a extra bathroom that I have set my shit up in. So maybe I'm not so much a rock star. Anyway, enough about me and my problems. I'm just kidding with you guys. It would be nice if y'all are ever in the area and y'all know that my band's playing somewhere for y'all to come out. It's usually free to get in from places we play. So I'm Little Joe from Back Bay Scale Customs and When They Were Famous. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being positive with me tonight. And let's see, band. No, not right now. Especially not this time of year. We would go to Oregon summertime. Yeah, man. I've been trying. I work so much. I'm so busy, got all this stuff going, but I haven't forgot about you guys. You guys are always on my mind, and I always want to do live streams for y'all. I know that I'm probably the shittiest YouTuber that exists. I jump back and forth from stupid topics, and half the time I don't get shit done, and I have terrible lighting and bad taste in clothing and haircuts. But y'all seem to like me, and there's 30 or 40 or even a couple of hundred of y'all sometimes that'll watch me, and as long as y'all are enjoying what I'm doing, then I am going to sit here and do it. And half the time, to be honest with you some bitches, I've been doing live streams all along. I hadn't had it up. I just been sitting here talking to the fucking shelf. It's just kind of what I do. So I'm just glad to actually hit the start button on it. Because last time, Miss Lisa thought I was doing live streams, couldn't find them, thought I started another channel, and realized that I had just been sitting in a room talking to my fucking self. But we changed my medicine, and everything is good now. So, with all that being said, thank you guys so much. On a serious note, oh, no sweat, man. I do try to keep it real as much as I can. But with all that being said, I hope that you guys can join very sincerely, and I hope that y'all enjoy it. I hope that I have enough time to build something for you guys that's going to be entertaining. And if I'm not subscribed to you, all right, just please tell me in the comments below, and I will subscribe to you to make sure we can keep up with the builds together. And good luck to every one of you guys. I hope you're having an awesome day and a wonderful dinner and good friends and the rent's paid and all that stuff. And I will talk to you guys later. So y'all have a good time. We will see you in just a day or two. I promise. Later, guys.